Let God arise and his foes vanish.
That's it. I've banished the Rusalka.
Oh, thank God.
Too early to celebrate. She's gone, but she took all the brine with her. Get the horses ready. We need all Yegor's advice. Well, what are you waiting for? Be quick about it. We need to hurry.
Oh, right this moment.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
So how did you become a Khaldun, grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the sixth son of my father, Yevlam Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money. But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realized this. Then one year, a seventh brother was born. Timofey, he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having chorts is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them. It's knowledge that gives us strength. for we harness their own power against them with the Chorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timothy. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with the boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshy. So the Leshy carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes, Vasya. So hard. So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
No, I have to go, Grandfather. We'll talk later.
Come in, Pahom. We need to think about what to do next.
You share the events at the factory.
She even escaped your Zagavars. Only powerful evil spirits are able to do that. I think someone is protecting her.
This demon scared the entire factory. Even after you chased her away, the haunting continues. Some workers saw shadows in the barn. God damn them. But what should we do next? Can't we get the brine back?
We can think of something. We also need the water demons.
But Rusalka mentioned her father. Who could she be talking about?
Rusalka? Christ almighty, God help us. She mentioned her father?
Well, it's clear to me.
The Vodyanoi becomes father to all evil spirits of the water. Vakul is the one we need to go to.
The salt worker grows pale.
Vakul? So the Vodyanoi has something to do with it.
What did you think? You may not have dealt with him with your factory, but maybe you should have. Millers, for instance, all deal with him.
At the factory, I was doing fine with the Vodyanoi that I had.
Whether you were or not, the small Vodyanois are gone. This one has outsmarted them and now rules everywhere. The small ones all went into hiding, and you can't find them now. You can meet him in Hell's Lake. Pahom, go back. You can't do anything now. And you, Vasilisa, get going. Got it?
I see. I'll get ready.
Well, be careful out there with him. If you strike a bargain with him, stick to it. If something goes wrong, don't panic. You have your black book. God be with you.
The sun is setting when you see the village of Verkhny O'Neill. You pick up the pace. You need to get to Hell's Lake before dawn. You quickly cross the village. A ray of the setting sun catches a yellowish flower of Adam's head on the edge of the village. You take the flower and head into the woods. Pale moonlight falls on rotten and broken trees. You feel the presence of Leshis, or some other evil spirits. You whisper a ritual formula and step into the glade. Suddenly, chorts fly from all over. The detritus seems to be their doing. Chorts wound you before you have time to draw a circle. A pine tree, cracked by lightning, stands by the edge of a swamp. You know that lightning can be useful, and come closer. The tree is blackened and split in two. Strangely, the air is still filled with the smell of a thunderstorm. Your search soon bears fruit. You find a thunderstone. You pluck the stone from inside the charred pine and go on your way. You enter the serene, piney woods. Soon after, you find the source of light. There is an old izba amongst the trees, leaning comfortably on a branching pine. With a quiet squeak, the door opens, and a hermit welcomes you.
I have never thought a witch would come and visit me.
But why do you think I'm a witch?
I feel evil spirits a mile away.
You're calling me an evil spirit?
Come on, don't be mad. Could Providence bring you here? Have a rest. I've put the samovar on and lit it with juniper branches. I have a request to you.
What's your request?
I think you can handle it. Some hunters recently passed by here, but they never left, even after the ice drift. I followed them. Their camp isn't far from here. Their things are all in disarray, as if they never left in the spring. But there's no sign of them. I felt evil spirits there, but I haven't seen anyone. Please, find where the demons kidnapped them.
Camp is to the south, you say. I may drop by to find out what happened to them. Show me the way.
Listen, witch. Try to get off this road. There's nothing but trouble for you at its end.
You follow the directions of the hermit and soon come to a clear glade. You notice fir branches and a gap fire. It's clear that the hunters camped here. It's unclear where the hunters have gone off to. There's nothing you can do but continue on your way to the lake.
The gap fire has almost completely burned out. No one leaves fires like this behind in the forest.
Some of the hunters' things are still scattered about here. You manage to find one of their clumsily written diaries and a small pouch with silver rubles. It's difficult to make out anything from the illiterate scrawlings of a peasant. They consist mainly of hunting observations and notes. Your attention is drawn to a strange passage. February. Old man knocked on the door. Frozen. Started dying during the night. Suffered long. Maybe a Khaldun. Died only in the morning. Would be better if I took down the main beam. February later. Going home soon. Bad sleep at night. Something makes noise in the dark. Scary. February later. Yvonne disappeared at night. Going home. Everyone scared. This is the last entry. You take the old pouch.
The axe is covered in rust. Tracks. They glow blue. Some chort has been here. I can follow them.
You've found traces of the evil spirits, and now can go searching for the missing hunters. A foul silence hovers over the shed. You take a step and wince. A dry branch under your foot breaks with a loud crack, like a dry bone. The rotten stairs lead inside. You notice a sweet stench. The Eretnik collapses lifelessly. It seems to be a Khaldun that's been buried improperly. With a heavy heart, you cut the tendons on his feet and leave him for the crows to feast. He won't be able to walk among the living now. You remember the hunter's notes. It seems like the dead man took vengeance on the peasants for his violent death. No one inherited his knowledge or tried to relieve his suffering by dismantling the Izba's ceiling. You sigh and hope that when your time comes, you will not meet the same fate. A foul stream runs through the swamp. You notice two figures sitting on a stone beside it. Through the silence of the night, you hear cold laughter and a muted conversation. You head for Hell's Lake. You hear a single splash behind you, and then the forest is once again filled with silence. You effortlessly find the fishermen's camp. The peasants have already built a fire and are preparing for a night of fishing.
This fire attracts the fish.
You come upon the fishermen's belongings. One of them left his wallet among the... Unnoticed, you take the money and step away from the fisherman's things.
Oh, Christ almighty! What are you doing here? I thought the Rusalka had returned to spoil our nets again. There's no water dripping from your dress, though.
Good evening. I'm looking for a boat to get me to the lake.
Are you out of your mind, girl? How did your Balshak let you out of the house in the first place?
I am not out of my mind, actually. I need to get to the center of the lake to talk to the Vodyanoi.
Vodyanoi? We've already caught some fish. Why don't you go on your own way?
So you weren't going anywhere? This fisherman is lying to me. What's wrong? Why did you make the fire then?
To scare away the forest creatures. Get out of here. Fishing ain't for women. Not that we were going to.
Maybe this will make you change your mind.
And now we're talking. Step into that boat as soon as you're ready. We'll get you to where you need to be.
You can get on a boat and set off to the meeting with the Vodyanoi. You come to your senses at the bottom of the lake and take a sharp, panicked breath. You seem to be able to breathe in the water as if it was air. A cry of amazement echoes dully across the silty lake bed. A familiar Rusalka swims up to you from the inky depths.
Well, what do you know? A witch in Vakul's kingdom.
I haven't been underwater for a long time. You alive, Vasilisa?
How do you like your hospitality, sister?
I can breathe here. How is this possible?
You're a knower. You need at least some knowledge for swimming, and the especially knowledgeable are able to walk
Has Vakul been expecting me?
Well, he knows quite a bit.
Can you guide me to him?
I can. I don't hold a grudge towards you.
Did you take the brine?
Vakul is the one who manages everything that's in the water. The salt as well. I'm just a Rusalka.
You again. Why don't I deal with you right now?
Here? In my home? Besides, who would guide you to Vakul? You won't make it here without me.
All right, let's go talk to your Vakul.
You should be more polite. You're in his domain after all. Follow me. First, we'll go to the village through the forest, and then from the Drowner Circle, it won't take us long.
Stop! Don't swim so fast!
Keep up, witch!
You can hardly keep up with the Rusalka swimming in the murky water. Soon, a wall of seaweed appears before you. Your guide dives into the thicket and disappears among the underwater trees. You hesitantly follow her. Suddenly, a drowner from the dark appears, accompanied by a couple of chorts. You go on your way through the river grass. After some time, you walk into a glade dotted with river shells. The white mollusk shells gleam mysteriously, like stars frozen still on the riverbed. One of the shells catches your attention. It emanates an ancient, enchanted power. On the outskirts of the underwater forest, you notice a village. You witness a strange, weird semblance of life. The chimneys are emitting silt, and drowners go about their business. The dead don't seem to care about you. Through the windows of one of the izbas, you notice the silhouettes of household spirits. You pass by the last of the dead men's houses. On the edge of the village, your old acquaintance, the Rusalka, is waiting for you.
A fine guide you are. I was nearly torn apart by chorts in that grass.
What's a couple of chorts to such a renowned knower? Besides, there's no such thing as a safe path over here. And for my friends, I choose the safest possible.
Friends? I don't even know your name.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. My name is... What's wrong with me? Why can't I remember?
Wait! I can't keep up with you!
The Rusalka swims away into the pitch-black depths. You find a cemetery next to the sunken village. The crosses are broken, eaten away by worms. You carefully step on the dead grass that covers the cemetery soil. Your skin starts to crawl. The chorts are near. Some graves have fresh offerings near them.
Get out of here, witch! Go search for your Vodinoi on your own!
So this is how you keep your promises.
What were you expecting? I'm a demon. I don't care. I don't even remember my own name.
You don't? Well, it figures. You became a demon, so you lost your human name.
Became a demon?
Sure. Bakul didn't tell you? Well, why would he?
I used to be the same as you.
Well, if you'd been a nowhere, you wouldn't have drowned.
I want to remember the past me. Before all of this.
I can help. Is there anywhere you're afraid to swim?
There is. Something that sunk beyond the fishing nets.
Let's go there. Bakul can wait.
Yes, let's hurry. What's your name, witch?
Vasilisa. It's time to go. Lead on.
Yes, let's hurry for the sleigh, Vaisa. It's not as scary with you.
There are 2 drowners in the fishing nets. They untangle and tear the strings, freeing the lake dwellers stuck inside. The dead are distracted by their work and pay no attention to you.
Who's there? Who? You! Don't stick your nose in others' business.
We do what we want here. Some bloated stiffs can't boss us around. Isn't that right, Vaisa?
Well, yes, but tell me, what are you doing with the nets?
Tearing and cutting? We're spoiling them. Shut your mouth. It's not any business of theirs. Don't go telling them that the Vodinoi sent us.
The Vodinoi sent you to spoil the fishing nets?
The nets? The fishermen don't sew them, nor do they carry them. What are you telling them that for? He doesn't have to know that the master Vodinoi isn't happy with the fisherman. It's none of your business, Vange. Ya hear?
What an idiot!
Don't go spoiling the fishermen's nets. Get lost.
And nowhere. However she is, she's gonna end up in this nets herself.
It looks like a cemetery for boats, logs, and the like. There's someone's skulls here. The sleighs are used in winter time.
Next to the sunken sleigh lies a broken chest. You search its contents, and amid the rotten fabrics, you find a well-preserved photo and a pendant. Miraculously, the photograph is in excellent condition. There is writing on the back. E and P Frolovs. At the bottom of the chest, you find several coins. It is an elegant thing, with precious jewels. There is some writing on the back. Yevdokia. Could that be her name?
There's something on the surface. A maelstrom, perhaps.
These slates give me chills. Have you found anything?
I found a photo. It's of a girl who looks like you.
That is me. And who is that?
Pahom, a salt worker. It says here you have the same family name. Is he a relative?
Maybe? I don't remember. I can't remember.
I found a pendant. Could it be yours? There's a name on the back. Yevdokia.
Could be. A beautiful thing.
You can keep it if you want. There's your portrait on the photo, and the first letter of the name on the pendant. Yevdokia. That's your name, Rusalka.
Yevdokia. Yes, that's my name. I think I'm starting to remember. Pahom is my father.
And you came back to the factory to kill the workers? At your own factory?
I was sent by the Vodinoy. I didn't know. Lord, my memory is like murky water. I have to get out of here. I don't belong in the dead man roundelays. Let go. Let me go.
Stop! You'll die up there in the morning. Or you'll be driven off by the cross. We'll ask Vakul about this. It's time to go to the Vodinoy.
Let's go. I know.
The Rusalka guides you to the mouth of the cave. Before you take another step, she stops you with a slight touch of her icy hand.
Vasya, stop! That bike lives in this hole.
So you led me into a trap?
No. Well, perhaps it is a sort of a trap. But for now, I don't want this fish to eat you.
Can't we go around it?
The way to the Vakult Palace is through this hole.
Then, when the fish comes out, strike it with your claws. It won't expect it. I'll finish it off with Zagab.
All right, Vasya.
The pike falls on the river silt with a hiss. In a moment, it disappears, as if it's never been there. A rusalka swims out of the seaweed and points you into the depths of the pike cave.